Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 5. We're just about done with the Dark River area. It's basically this right here. It's basically the only place left. It's not even on the map, actually, now that I think about it. Well, technically there's up here, up there... up there is that blocked off Kytrak lair. And there's a weird, apparently very high tool use requirement button on the wall that I could not find any kind of information on, so not really sure what that's all about. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna go ahead and buy all the remaining wisdom elixirs I can and, you know, just for testing purposes, pump that all into Swafnir only to increase tool use as much as I possibly can, just to see, because I'm just so curious what that could possibly be. Anyway, this Eccentric is wrapped in webs and paralyzed by powerful venom. It hangs there waiting for the inevitable end. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Webs, you say? This seems familiar. It's impossible to miss the huge spider webs that line this passage. You keep your weapon ready, expecting vicious arachnids and aranea to lurch out at you at any moment. Then you hear a sound in the darkness ahead. Your monster in the underworld must be playing tricks with your head, but you would swear that someone just said, "Eek!" And you hear many feet shuffling over the stone floor, fleeing from you. I think I might have an idea what we're going to encounter here. In fact, now that I think about it, wasn't something like this mentioned when we first arrived at Malakion's keep? When we first talked to him specifically? Well, someone there, probably him. Yeah, well, one of the Kytraks was too hardy to be fully affected by the spider's venom. As you walk down the passage, it manages to tear its way loose. Oh, okay. Cool. Enraged Kytrak. Understandably. We do have our new weapon equipped. Fire might actually be working better against these, but I guess this works just fine. We did weaken you. Come on. Obviously, just by himself, this guy isn't that bad. Yeah, the other guy still ensnared. Lightning seems to work just fine against them. Same as cold. I mean, if anything physical, well, that was not a particularly great hit, so I guess physical attacks aren't the best. But they work. Oh, we go up. Hello? You climb into a series of spider-infested caverns. Enormous arachnids are everywhere. They're making webs, binding up arachnids, binding up Kytraks, watching over the young, and oddly enough, talking. Not just talking, chatting. They have bright, cheery, high-pitched voices that I'm not going to try to emulate, and they are talking to each other aloud about the weather, which never changes, the caves, too damp, and the bugs they plan to hunt. Then they see you. There's a good deal of squealing, running around, and general panic. Baby spiders are swept off to safety, and warrior spiders are remarkably large fangs at you. They also call you names. Wow, rude. Then they realize that you aren't attacking. We're, I guess, just too baffled by what's going on. You aren't attacking. You can't. You're too stunned. Okay, yes, that's exactly what's going on. They soon lose interest in maintaining the defensive line and wander off. You have heard of these creatures. Some of the veterans of the Valorem campaigns have claimed to encounter them, though their tales were generally met with jeering and disbelief. Yeah, I mean, can't blame anyone, really. But they were telling the truth. And now, you too have met the giant, intelligent, friendly talking spiders. Giant... Has that always been the official designation? Gifts, yeah. GIFTS. I think I've heard that one before. Okay, yep. I mean, have they been in literally every single game so far? If not, very damn close. Hello. The spider is larger and older than the others. He has several bald patches, and the long hairs that remain are mostly gray. The end of one of his legs is missing. And yet he maintains a certain noisy dignity. When you face him, he chirps, "Hi, I'm Spider. I'm the chief here." Oh, okay. Convenient that we happened to run into the chief first, because, well, I didn't confirm, but apparently they're once again going with this very confusing habit of all literally being called Spider. Oh well. Right. I'm the chief here, leader of our proud bug-eating people. I brought us here. I hope you're friendly. If not, we will eat you. No offense. No, that seems fair. Tell me about your colony. There are not many of us. He turns and starts indicating the other spiders with a pedipalp. There are 1, 2... there are a lot of us. And there will be more. We finally have a cave of our own. Melanchion gave it to us. Isn't it neat? Melanchion gave it. Melanchion is the mighty dragon. We are safe from him because he says he doesn't like to eat spiders. So we give tribute to him and he lets us have caves to grow. Human people say dragons are bad, but we like Melanchion. He's neat. What sorts of tribute do you give? None yet. Melanchion says it is tribute enough. It is tribute enough if you never talk to him. He must be joking. Dragons are so funny. Yeah, well, I do remember him saying something along those lines. Right. The chief spider says, what else do you want to know, cutie? Sometimes people are not mean to us, and we like them. Where did you come from? I led the many sad spiders from the surface to the caves, and then from the caves to the lower caves. It is a tale of sadness. Always the people are scared and try to squish us. We came down here finally after a bad mean wizard found us and tried to do experiments on us. Isn't that bad? We got away from him. Though. Now we have a happy place. That's good for you. You lived on the surface? We did. We wish we still lived there. That is where there are the most nice tasty bugs. Weak bugs that you don't have to wrestle. Not like the horrible bugs down here. But we have to hide down here. The humans up there hunt us. Tell me about the wizard that hunted you. His name was Gladwell. He was very, very bad. If an adventurer hadn't warned us about him, he might have caught us and made us into little soups. I don't know if he would have done that. He's a terrible person. I hope he falls and hits his head. Actually, Gladwell is dead. Upon mentioning this, the spiders engage in a brief, raucous, spontaneous celebration. Gladwell doesn't have a lot of fans in the underworld. Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Are people normally mean to you? Oh yes, very many people. Humans don't like spiders, Nephilim don't like spiders, Sliths don't like us either. What did we ever do to them? It's very sad. There have been some humans who were nice though, like adventurers. Sometimes adventurers do nice things for us. He looks at you pointedly. Let me guess, does it have to do with a certain web-covered kite-track layer north of here? I'm not an adventurer. I don't have time to help. Excuse me? Who would ever say something like that? Maybe I can help you. Oh, really? I hoped you would. We do need help from a person. We need some advice. Advice? Yeah, there's an island. That way. He points to the north. It's full of kite-tracks. Big, yummy kite-tracks. So we caught them. We trapped them in there with lots of webs. So we could eat them all. Yum. But when we were hunting, there was one of them that talked to us. Talked like us. We've met other bugs who could do this, but never a kite-track. We told it we were going to eat. We were going to eat? Rather, to eat it. And it said we shouldn't. And we didn't. Oh, okay. That's odd. Go on. So we're all confused now. It's all nice and friendly, but it's a kite-track. So we want you to go to talk to it and tell us what you think we should do with it. You're all impartial, as you don't eat kite-tracks, I don't think. No, not usually. Nor spiders, for that matter. We'll clear the webs away so you can get in there. Meet the nice kite-track and tell us what you think. Yay! Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. Kite-track advice. Absolutely not what I had expected, of course. But how could you possibly expect that kind of thing? Hello, spider? Suddenly, a spider comes barreling out of the shadows at you. It screams, "Hey-ya!" As you start to draw your blade, it skids to a stop and goes, "Wow! That was a good one. That was a good one, huh?" Boy, I bet you were scared. I suppose I would have been, yes. I'm a spider. I'm a guard spider. Okay, how do you fight your enemies? Well, that's a good question. You're really smart. What I do is I take these, it bears a pair of long, vicious fangs, then I stick them into the bad thing, and then it falls over. Okay. Are your fangs poisonous? Oh, sure. Boy, it would sure be embarrassing if I stuck my fangs into someone and there wasn't any poison there, huh? Well, if they're big enough, which I think they are, that would work just fine. What if something isn't affected by poison? Then I run up on the ceiling and hide. Oh, convenient. Do the Evernites try to squish you? Yeah, not as fast as surface people do, but they're scared of spiders. How silly. Why be scared of spiders? We're so neat. Who do you defend this lair against? Anyone bad. Bad people are always coming and trying to squish us and scare us away. If anyone bad comes now, we'll have to fight them. We're running out of places to run to. Do the Evernites... Wait. We asked this already. Right. Do you hunt for food too? Everyone hunts for food whenever we can. What do you eat? Bugs. Tasty, yummy bugs. Flies and gnats and ants and bees and grasshoppers and giant mutated caterpillars. And kytrax? Oh, sure. Nothing better than a big, juicy, helpless kytrax. But they're dangerous and hard to hunt. We got to be real careful hunting kytrax. That's why Evernites are dumb to scare us away. They should have us eat their kytrax. Then everyone is happy. Except the kytrax, but, I mean, who cares about them? Oh, sure, the kytrax are sad, but who cares? Exactly. See, we understand each other. You chat with the spider a bit, it tells you how cute you are, it tries to give you a hug with its pedipalps, it offers to show you its web, it stands uncomfortably close to you. Eventually you manage to extricate yourself from the awkward situation. Oh, hi there. That's near kytrax. Okay, not free to take that stuff. Fair enough. Good, I hope not too many of them are going to be wandering around all over the place, because I'm definitely not going to be able to keep track of who we've talked to. Okay, I guess most spiders are actually not... Oh, this seems to be maybe a merchant spider with all the stuff laid out around it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's not going to be too bad. I suppose there really aren't all that many of them, so I guess I might be able to keep track of who I talked to. This is about the only spider who's not running and jumping around. He sits calmly in the far end of this cave, surrounded by a remarkable collection of junk. He says, "Step right up. I'm Spider, and this is my store. Excellent selection. Our prices can be beat. Shop, shop." Don't you mean to say your prices can't be beat? You're silly. If my prices couldn't be beat, that would mean that they are strong. My prices are not strong. They are little and weak. You can beat them. Okay. You're a mighty warrior, but you do not know about business. That's true, I guess. Alright, I'll buy something. Maybe. Find some healing elixir, energy elixir? I mean, extremely cheap, yeah, if you say so. You know what? Yes, I doubt we'll actually ever need them, but they really aren't very expensive. Of course, most of this is also not very useful. I mean, I guess these are decent throwing weapons if we were using those. Well, I mean, a fine slit spear obviously isn't anything special. This is technically magical, I guess. Fiery one. Yeah, okay. I mean, not everything is completely useless, for what it's worth. Can I sell you something? No, silly. I don't have any money. Well, now you do, because I just bought from you, but okay. Do many spiders run shops? No, I'm the first. That makes me a hero in a way. It is hard, though. The only things I have to sell are things humans dropped. I look on the island for things, but it's hard work. The islands, okay. How do you get to the other islands? Swim? We do not have to swim. We can walk on ceilings. You're silly. Oh, that's true. I guess I had not been thinking of that. Oh, have you seen many humans travel through here? Yes, most of them are like you, though, with the darker skin, and a few of them with a thingy on their, and a few of them with a thingy on your chest. He points at the insignia on your chest. Once there was a bunch of cave people, the ones with the really pale skin. They went by in some boats. They looked very hungry and sad. Those were the only cave peoples we saw. Can you tell me anything else about the humans that passed through? Well, they were all cute, but you probably guessed it. Yeah, right. I don't know. In my experience, most people aren't really all that cute. But, well. Oh, okay, this is blocked off. Is there? Oh yeah, that is a chest, okay. Presumably gonna open for us once we help them. Oh, the spider's jumping around, waving her forelegs. Her, huh? Okay. Occasionally it shouts something like zap or kapow. It's rather strange. Sometimes she grabs a length of capewood and waves it around. Eventually, you clear your throat and get the creature's attention. She seizes her bouncing and says, "Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you. I was working on my magic. I'm Spider. How are you?" Fine, thanks. So, what are you doing? I'm trying to make myself into an Arania. I wish I was an Arania. And you think jumping around will do the job? Well, Aranias are spiders that can do magic, right? So if I'm a spider that can do magic, I'll be closer to being one of them. That's what we spiders call logic. I mean, you're not wrong there. Don't you have to be born an Arania? I mean, do you? That's what some spiders think. Araneas are hideous mutant spiders and born mean and magical. Born mean and magical. Maybe if I can become an Aranea my own way, I won't be all twisted and bad. Yeah, that's good thinking. Why do you want to be an Aranea? Well, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be able to cast spells? Is the real question here. So I can use powerful magics to protect all the spiders from the bad people who always kick us out of our homes. Without magic, all I have is these. She bares her fangs. They are enormous, sharp, and dripping with venom. She should be content with them. Should she, though? Well, I understand where she's coming from, for sure. What are those sticks for? They're wands. Really? Well, no, but I can practice with them until I get my real wand. Watch this. She points a stick at you and says, pew, pew. Yeah, that's basically how it works, I think. Boy, if that was a real one, you'd be in real trouble now. Yeah, then again, though, wands in this game are kind of lackluster, so... Well, can you teach me any magic? Sure. Jump in the air. Jump into the air. Now go zap, real loud. Okay. Louder. Good. Now all you have to do is when you make that noise, make lightning come out. That's kind of the hard part. If you figure it out, tell me about it. I mean, at least one of us can do that. Maybe without the jumping, actually. That might be easier. Huh. Okay. Did we talk to you? The spider's behaving very oddly. Aren't they all? She seems to be walking around and then forcing herself to stumble. She dives toward the ground and then suddenly rights herself and repeats the process. When you realize what she's trying to do, She's practicing bowing? Oh, okay. She notices that you're watching her. Hi, my name is Spider. You're cute. Nice weather we're having. Right, why are you bowing? Because of the dragon. The mighty dragon only lets people live around here who give it tribute. When it wants things, we want to be able to bow and stuff so he can see how scared we are, and he won't burn us up. You give tribute to a dragon? We're supposed to, but the chief spider said that right now all the tribute he wants is for us to stay away. But I'm sure he will get lonely and wants us to talk to soon, and want us to talk to soon. Right, and then I will be ready. Okay. Can I see a practice bow? I guess we've already been seeing them. The spider lurches forward and bumps its forehead against the floor. Reminds me of my cat. Oh, mighty Melangion, master of the Isles, lord of dragonkind, immortal creature of power and wisdom, please don't step on me. She writes herself. Pretty good, huh? Yeah, I mean, I think that should work. That's basically what we do when we talk to dragons, right? Are dragons cute? No, they're scary. Then she looks alarmed and says, please don't tell the dragon I said that. Oh, I'm so scared now. You think I'm cute? Sure, we spiders think all of you peoples are cute. All tall and fleshy and with hair and things on your heads. So adorable. We just can't help ourselves. What's cuter? Male people or female people? She looks confused for a moment. You mean there are boy humans and girl humans? Like spiders have? Wow, that's really neat. I can't wait to tell people about it. Yeah, I mean, okay. There are also cat people and lizard people, but I guess you do know those. Anyway, how is the weather? How is the weather? She looks around and thinks about it a bit. Then she says, same as it is all the time, but we can still talk about it. Right, it just gets old rather soon, but... Well, okay. Yes, this one didn't want to talk. This is the spellcaster, this is the polite one, this is the merchant, okay. Hello? Nope. This one doesn't talk. This is not for us to take, not for us to take. Oh. Steep cliff. Oh, this is the baby spiders. Wait, are these all baby spiders? No, this is the baby tender spider, I guess. This is the only spider you have met who is less than entirely friendly to you. She's constantly trying to stay between you and the baby spiders. I mean, she's literally on the other side of the baby spiders, but okay. They seem to be constantly trying to jump on her and take bites out of her. You aren't sure why she's trying so hard to protect them. Must be an instinct thing. Yeah, I mean... She says, hi, I'm Spider. These are the babies. Ouch. She swats a particularly aggressive baby spider away with a foreleg. Don't hurt the babies, and we will get along fine, cutie. You protect the baby spiders? Yes, it's my job. Other spiders hunt, some build webs, some fight. I look after the... Ouch! Stop that, Spider! And that goes for you too, Spider! Don't you look at me like that, Spider, or I'll make you sit in the corner with Spider. Yes, she says with a sigh. It's my job. It seems like a tough job. How can you say that? You must be mean. They're all so cute and good. Ouch! Stop that. They're all named Spider? Of course. What else would they be named? They're spiders, aren't they? Doesn't it make it hard to shout at one specific one of them? Of course not. They all know what the names are. What their names are. Right. Why are they trying to bite you? It is the way baby spiders are. It is their instinct to try to eat a mother spider for food. I just have to take care of them until their brains get smart and they realize they don't want to do that. Dumb tiny spiders don't all stick together like we do. That's horrible. I mean, I guess, but it seems to be working out. Oh, how can you say something so mean? They're cute little babies. What do tiny spiders do? What do tiny spiders do? I mean, all kinds of mischief, I guess. Tiny spiders eat each other. They're like... Oh, tiny spiders as in non-intelligent ones? Right. Tiny spiders eat each other. They like to live alone. We're not like that. Well, we big ones aren't, but the babies are. Spider, don't you dare! Ouch! Anything I can do to help? Just be careful not to step on them. They're very delicate and special. Right. Okay. So long as they don't try to bite me, they have nothing to fear from me. And even then. Okay, that was fun, as these encounters always are. Fun and a little bit exhausting, but, you know, mostly fun. Okay, and finally, one of the, probably the bigger one of the remaining mysteries here has been solved, just like that. All I had to do was actually finish exploring. And the other mystery, of course, being this button here, but which I guess there really isn't a mystery, it's just requires a bunch of tool use. You know, an unreasonable amount, I would say. Because nothing else in the game really requires nearly as much. And unfortunately, this game decided that a single character had to have all the skill, which makes it pretty prohibitively expensive at this point, but, you know, it's what it is. Anyway, we head down here and go ahead, okay, piercing eccentrics. I guess there is one that's going to be friendly-ish and intelligent enough to talk to, which is, I don't know if we've ever encountered a eccentric that we could actually talk to, now that I think about it. Unfortunately, though, the rest of them seem to be just the regular aggressive kind. Well, let's save the game. I suppose, since combat is obviously inevitable. Okay, in fact, it's already starting. Oh, you hear a familiar cacophony of clicking and scratching in the cavern ahead. The webs above served as a cork to keep many eccentrics bottled up down here. The rubble everywhere, however, indicates that they were digging their way free. They would not have been trapped for long. Well, I suppose the plan was originally to eat them relatively quickly, but then things got complicated. I think I'm gonna switch to the Fireblade, even though the base damage is weaker, but I feel like elemental damage is just gonna work better against these, generally speaking. Can we get that one back there? Yes. With any luck, it should not try to make its way to Swafnir. Surprisingly, it did. And I think it actually ran past Rasluka without being stopped. Seems a bit unfair, but okay. Yeah, I didn't know... I don't know why I didn't actually cast haste on her. I guess because I thought we were not gonna get pulled into combat immediately, but then we were. Oh well. Can you step there? You cannot. Is that close enough for the buff? I kind of doubt it. It was actually. Okay. Never mind then. Glad to be wrong. Yeah, this is just way better damage. You know, you should probably focus on these guys. Oh god, they're dealing so much damage to him. In fact, you might be in real trouble here. Ooh. Close. Okay. You do one of these. That was... Why do all these spells have to have different ranges too? Not indicated in any kind of way. That's so annoying. I mean, thankfully Rasluka didn't, you know, urgently need that healing, but still. Okay, I mean... yeah, I guess we'll just finish up killing these so Rasluka can maybe join the fight back here. I just shouldn't have shot that one initially. That was a mistake. Do a well-aimed lightning spray. Oh, wow, okay, that was really good damage, better than expected. Heal you. Well-aimed Divine Fire, I guess. Also very good damage. I suppose fire just really works especially well against them. Oh, nice one. Fireball. Yeah, I mean, I suppose all kinds of magic just work equally well, but they all work pretty well, is the point. Okay, cure the poison. Exit the combat. Regain most of the health. Yep. Nice, nice. Oh, right. I just noticed the XX there as I started walking. Oh well, as you cross the narrow expanse of stone between the two streams, you hear something upsetting. Crumbling stone followed by kite wreck noises coming from all around you. Oh. Okay. So are more of them going to show up? I guess from these holes? Possibly. Although it seems like the idea here is that those are like streams of water flowing into them, into these holes. So it would be pretty wet down there. I don't know, maybe they like that. Anyway. Piercing contracts, yeah. I guess we'll attack this one. Actually, I think we'll attack both. And you'll do that one. We'll see who decides to attack. Okay, there are more of them coming. Yep, of course it's attacking him. No big surprise there. More piercing contracts. And more from this way too. Oh boy. We are still hasted, yes. War Blessing is also still active. There are 4 of them. It's too tempting. What? Not priest spells, idiot. Arcane Blow. Nice. Not as amazing as I hoped for, but honestly, pretty good. Somehow that second one was better, or at least as good, even though the first one was boosted. You just never know here with this game. Protection. Well, I'm just gonna go with another well-aimed Divine Fire on these two. Okay, that's one down. Huh? Oh, got another one that hatched. That was the final one of those eggs, though, so that's good. Okay. Mighty shot. Nice. Shoot that one if you can. Okay. Just to maybe get him into more reliable finishing off territory here. Okay, we should be able to get them all, I think. Actually, maybe Fire Blast really does work better. Actually not. I suppose Arcane Blow has so far dealt consistently over 100 damage, yeah. Okay. Got 2 of these guys here. I think we're gonna... Oops. That's not the spell I meant to cast. Yeah. Keep dealing the most damage to as many of them as possible, so we should work best. There is another one of them sitting there. I guess it can't reach whoever it wants to reach. Oh well. Good one. Ah, there we go. Okay. Lightning spray? Yep. Mostly for convenience. Okay, that also was enough to kill both of those. Come on, a really good hit might do it. Close. And there we go. That's that ambush dealt with. Oh, wait. I guess I'll do this. Cure everyone, and we're actually all healed. Perfect. Might as well save that, I suppose. Grab all these chitric claws, because why not? I mean, they're really completely useless to us, but oh well. Oh. Okay, I guess there are more that spawned, unless... I suppose I didn't really look into this side chamber here. Maybe I should have. There's another egg sac, though. Poke at the egg sac, it's gross. It's gonna hatch, right? I mean, suppose there really isn't a reason to approach that unless you want to fight an additional chitric. Which I guess it's all experience, right? So might as well. It's not like they're hard to fight or particularly annoying. Exit disturbed, yep. Okay, can we... There we go. Just a regular one. I suppose there is a chance for a more special type to pop out of one of these egg sacs. So maybe that's a reason to break them all. That was really good damage right there. Okay. Easy. Oh, I didn't even see this digging spot. Grey mold, okay. We have some herbs, another chitric claw, for what it's worth. Oh, we had 2 grey molds here already. I guess I dug one up at some point. Fair enough. Double checking, looking at the map for potential hidden passages. Not seeing anything though. It's not super dark. I guess I could also use a light source though. Yeah, that's actually much better. Use just in case. What are these? Fine lances. Ooh, they can be sold. Oops. Wonder who dropped them here. Well, someone was using them to try and fight the chitrics here, presumably. But still, I wonder who that could have been. Okay, we got more claws around here. Oh, okay, there's a body that I missed at first. Steel breastplate. Alright, decently valuable. Energy elixirs. Alright, some pretty decent stuff so far. Nothing fancy, but not too shabby. More piercing chitrics. No longer hasted at this point. Once again, the sounds of chitrics burrowing through stone comes from the shadows. Chitrics by themselves are not threatening to a trained soldier. Alas, I prefer to travel in swarms. That is true. Okay. Where are they going to be coming from? I guess we'll see soon enough. Piercing chitrics. So far, all the same type. Which is not the most exciting. But it's what it is. Okay. They can parry us. Good to know. Is this one gonna attack him? No. Okay. So far so good. Protection. For good measure. Okay. I did weaken this one, yeah. Okay. She's doing fine so far. Okay. Well, yep, that's a lot of them. Swarms indeed. Haste. And haste. More blessing. Should be fine for one more round, right? That really is a lot of them. Okay. 2 extremely good hits there. You like to see it. You love to see it, indeed. She's taking a bit more of a beating. We'll see who these are gonna start attacking. Well, these haven't moved yet, so we'll see. Okay. Ouch. Well, he's fine, so long as he gets to act once. He should be fine. So obviously I'm gonna cast Divine Restoration next. I'm not sure Rosluka is gonna be in range though. So we might have to do something else as well. We'll see. For now, Arcane Blow. And another one. Maybe I should have cast Arcane Shield, actually. He has 12 action points. As if he was not bothered by those... Okay, good, she was in range. Bothered by those many attacks hitting him there at all. Okay, Divine Fire, come on. Okay, we did kill one. And Swafner is gonna probably be able to finish off one of them. Let's see here. Kill that one? Okay, good. Attack this one to bind it to you. Yeah, unfortunately I did not haste him, I know. Just to make sure that so long as we hit, we'll kill this one. Okay, good. Should be fine now. We are regenerating. We do have some protection active. Oh, they're hitting hard though. Okay, there was another one too. There is yet another one. Oh boy. Okay. Seems like we're fine. It's probably... It's too late now for Arcane Shield to make a difference. I think we're just much better off killing them. Or are we? I mean, it's expensive as well. The question is it worth it? There's gonna be some sort of boss encounter here. I think I'm gonna save some resources for that one. We have managed to reduce the numbers quite a bit, so I think we're gonna be fine here. You can heal yourself. Okay. Oh, that exec finally hatched. That took a while. This one has not moved yet. Not sure what that's all about. Okay, anyway. We'll take the new one. Weakening it. Take this one. No double hit, unfortunately. Okay. That's fine. Switching over to Fire Blast because it's cheaper, basically. And we have fallen below half mana here. Oh, he only gets one action now. Yeah, finish this one off. You can actually kill two. There is another unopened exec, for what it's worth. I'm gonna actually cure. Oh, well, I suppose I can do two things. Yeah, might as well. Smite. Get that over with. Yep. That one's gonna hatch, it's fine. Mind crystals, okay. 11 of them. Not super worth it, but I guess I will make one final trip eventually to turn them all in. turn them into money. Keep collecting for a little bit longer, though. Okay, more fine lances. Amongst a bunch of junk. Oops. Exit combat, please. What? Oh, we can't. Piercing card track. Will you come? So we might as well lure it over here without any others that might be nearby. Alright, here. Just briefly look around here. Yeah, I thought I saw something. Wait. Okay. There's a tunnel, there's a button that you can't actually reach. Wow. Wait, how does that work? Yeah, that's not an actual button. I also don't see the entrance. There is clearly an exit there leading to that digging spot. But it must be from somewhere up here, perhaps. Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, we've been in here, just double checking, no buttons. No sneaky digging spots next to the walls. Save the game, because we haven't in a while. Oh, friendly card trick. Indeed. Huh. Curious. Mine crystal, and mine crystal. No buttons visible. There's one. Okay, that's the one. Okay, save again. I mean, is this gonna be combat? What is this going to be about? A lone kydrake waits for you in the back of this huge cavern. Like all of the others, it is large, green, and covered in thick chitin. This one is, however, unique in one respect. It's not trying to eat you. Instead, it stares at you for a while. Then it says, in a cheery, high-pitched voice, "Hi, I'm Kydrake." That seems familiar. Even though you've been warned about its unusual conversational skills. Well, the fact that they exist, I guess. You're still stunned. As you gape at it, it says, "Be polite, sillies. You should say hi too. It would be nice since you just squished all my friends." Yeah, well, they didn't exactly give me a choice there. Are you angry that I just crushed all those other Kydraks? Well, sort of. I don't know. They didn't talk. They were all boring. They just went and stuff and didn't say anything smart. I'm lonely, but I won't be lonely for long. Why won't you be lonely? The Kydrak giggles. That would be telling. Yes. It would. How did you learn to talk? I guess it's not really so much learning it, but being mentally capable of it? I don't know. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I never thought of it before. I just woke up one day and whee! Chatter, chatter! It only happened to me, though. It's very sad. Any guess how it happened? Magic. I bet it was magic. That would make all sorts of sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess it really is just about the only possible explanation. Did it happen to any other Kydraks? I don't know. I don't know any, but maybe another one could talk but got eaten up by the big mean talking spiders. You don't like the spiders? No, they're so mean. They want to eat us. Why should we like someone who wants to eat us? That's not reasonable, is it? No, I guess not. But then, you know, most of you guys, or all of you guys except for you, aren't smart and would have done the same to them, so there's that. Oh, reasonable? Wait, that's not reasonable, is it? Excuse me. Anyway, I have another question. What do you want to talk about? Ooh, I know. Let's talk about the future. I want to be all diplomatic. Diplomatic, oh my god, with you. You're a nice person. I want to tell all the nice persons the news. What news? Kydraks and people never got along before. We move in and try to eat things and have babies, and you come in and squish us. And it never ends. But it doesn't have to be that way. Now when we move in, we can talk and tell you how nice we are and how much we like you. And you will be friends with us. And then we can eat some plants and make many friendly nice babies, and we are all happy. Doesn't that sound nice? Like we will all have friendlyship? Yeah, you know, as nice as that might sound, it's not gonna work. that's going to work out great. It's not. I think you'll hunt to kill... I think they will hunt and kill you about as quickly as they did before. Yeah, unfortunately, humans are like that. Also, Kytrax do kind of tend to just... how do you say? Reproduce very quickly and multiply in numbers. And there's just not going to be enough food. So, unfortunately, that's just not going to work. Even if people were theoretically willing to peacefully coexist. So I guess we're gonna be honest here. I mean, the thing is, I'm hoping for a solution where we just tell this guy to go live with the friendly spiders, who seem to be very similar to him mentally, and in a general optimistic, overly optimistic perhaps, disposition. They should get along nicely, so long as this guy is okay with the spiders continuing to hunt other non-talking Kytrax. As for living alongside humans, yeah, no, that's not going to work. The problem is, do we encourage him or it or whatever, and should we be realistic? I just wonder. I'm afraid that it's just gonna make him angry. But I also don't want to lie to it. I mean, what's the point? Let's be real here. I think they will hunt and kill you just about as quickly as they did before. What? No. How can you be how can they do such a thing when they find out we are nice? I mean, you're not though. I mean, you are, but your whole species is not. Oh no! Come on. We will just appeal to their natural instincts to share. They don't have that. You're wrong and mean. I will not talk to you for a minute now. She stalks away. It stalks away. What? The conversation ends. Okay. I mean, it didn't turn hostile, at least. I don't think it ever will. Okay, let's just... Before anything else, before I forget. Okay. Grab that mandrake root. Oh, thanks. You're kind of cute for a Kytrax as well, I think. Let's see here. Hand that over. Now, I really hope there is a friendly solution. You are, while friendly, a horrible bug. I will, a horrible bug. I will kill you now. No, that would be terrible. We're not that kind of person. What news? I mean, unfortunately, option number 2 did not produce any useful results. So, number 1 it is. You assure Kytrax that it has had a fantastic idea and that people just love gigantic bugs as long as they're cheery. Kytrax is pleased. I'm so happy I met you. You really make me feel better. Yeah, I mean, that's nice and all, but... Oh, it said something about it. Phonemes? Okay, anyway. Now, what are we supposed to do? Exactly? Kytrax advice. Well, I suppose we were supposed to talk to it and then talk to the spiders. So I guess we have finished our quest here if we're not willing to just attack and kill it, which seems extremely evil. Find it, speak to it, decide whether they should eat it or not. Well, I mean, I guess I did that. They should not eat it. If they're willing to get along with it, they should absolutely try to make friends with it. I mean, it seems like either a complete fluke of evolution or of stray magic that made this one Kytrax intelligent and friendly. So I don't think there's really much of a future for actual peaceful relationships between their peoples, or rather between, Kytrax and anyone or anything. But this particular one, I think they can get along with, if they're willing. Now, which of you is the mayor? The guard spider... Chief Spider, there you are. Okay. I met that friendly Kytrax. Just go ahead and eat it. No. I met that friendly Kytrax. It's nice. You should let it live. And actually make friends with it. The Chief Spider looks disappointed. Aw, while you were gone, I decided I wanted to eat it after all. Now I have to be nice to it. And I bet being able to talk makes it even tastier. Yeah, I don't think about that. I don't think so. Also, I mean, it's only one of them. The others are fine to eat. There are lots of fresh carcasses for you to eat, if you don't mind them already being dead. Oh well, thank you for keeping it from confusing us anymore. We have a box with some old people stuff we brought with us for trading. We'll clear the webs away from it. You can take it if you want. Thanks. Anything else I can do for you? Nope. You were very nice. The long tradition of adventurers helping our peoples continues. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. Oh. Elavri's bow. Longbow arrow? Hold on. Right now we have a blessed longbow, which does absolutely nothing special. 14 to 42 damage. 14 to 42 damage with bonuses. I mean, heck yeah. First and foremost, quick action does not actually do anything for bows. That is... Why? Why even put that on there? Just as a slap in the face. 2% hostile effect resistance, okay, sure. 3 points to bows. That's obviously the big thing here. Also, longbow arrow? Oh, it is. Okay, that's just the same effect. I was kind of hoping for a bow with, you know, a special attack type or something. But same damage, except with extra bonuses, is nice, I guess. But yeah, quick action. It's only for melee. Obviously. I mean, he already has that at level 6. I mean, I guess it was at level 4 before this recent bonus. And obviously, it says it's only for melee, and it's never happened. So yes, it's very clearly only for melee. I mean, I suppose, yeah, some characters might actually use bows and melee attacks occasionally, but well, I don't know. Obviously, you want to focus on one or the other. It's fine, I suppose. It doesn't hurt to have that extra bonus. It just, you know, it just serves to rub in the fact that there just isn't an equivalent skill that works with bows, or rather, that skill just doesn't work with bows as well as melee, which it really could. But, oh well, I guess someone decided that would be too powerful or something, and that's how it is. Anyway, I will end this episode right here. After just confirming... Yeah, no, we did solve this mystery. Again, I might or might not at some point return with all the possible skill points available, just to see if I can push tool use far enough to open that, to press that button, which seems to be extremely difficult to do. And just to see what's past that door that it's operating. It's almost certainly not going to be worth it, but then again, who knows? Also, I mean, even if it's something interesting, I don't think I really want to literally waste all of my extra action points on that. I mean, it would have to be something absolutely amazing, and I kind of doubt that. Anyway, that's for some point in the future, perhaps. Although, I mean, looking at the map here, and I guess I haven't really acknowledged the fact that we did, just by approaching this shore line here, that we actually put apparently the final area of the game on the map. And there really doesn't seem to be all that much to it. It's just basically one winding path to, I can only assume, the Darkside Loyalists' fortress that they somehow built there, or maybe they found a fortress already existing here and just, you know, took possession of it. I guess we'll find out more about that once we get there, which will be pretty soon. I mean, yeah, I really don't think there's literally anything for us to do left in this area. I guess in the meantime, I will go back to Melanchion's Keep to heal and sell some stuff once. Maybe I will actually go ahead and trade in, you know, some of the items we still have and actually get those elixirs, those wisdom potions or whatever. So maybe we'll actually do that next time after all, because they really, I mean, it depends. Maybe there's going to be another pylon near the fortress. I suppose we have not actually heard from that, from those explorers or that expedition corps or whatever. The remaining members, they might actually have moved even further into this area and put up one final teleporter pylon. I mean, I would assume that there is one there, so maybe we'll finally learn of their fate. Maybe we'll even meet some or one remaining member of that expedition. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah, anyway, that's all speculation, and next time we're almost certainly going to start traveling toward that final destination. So yeah, suddenly the end of the game feels pretty near. I mean, I say suddenly, over 100 episodes in, but you know what I mean. Anyway, That's my typical end of episode rambling. Next time, new stuff. Yeah. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.